Hello, everybody. You can take a deep breath now. We are no longer dealing with zeros and ones, three equations, three variables, four equations, four variables. No longer. So again, you guys that tried it and worked really hard, I'm proud of you. All right, way to get through that, and hopefully you pick something up that maybe you may see again next year if you have to take a math course in college. Because from what I'm hearing, a lot of students come back and say the one thing that they did during our second half of the year in Algebra 2B was matrices. So you may see that again. So now we're on to our second half of the unit, which is we're going to take matrices, add them, subtract them, and multiply them. All right. So for today, just some background here. A matrix, I can represent it in a couple ways. I can represent it with a capital letter, so A, B, or C. So for instance, I can say, hey, here is matrix A. Here's what it's equal to with the numbers inside. Okay, so I can name a matrix by a capital letter. The other thing I can do, other notation, is the second one, which is a lowercase letter enclosed in brackets. So for instance, if I say, all right, here's A equals lowercase a, and then you're going to see two numbers below, subscripts. So if I put a 4 and a 3 there, okay, if I put a 4 and a 3, what that is telling me is I need here whatever number is in row 4, column 3. Okay, it always goes row by column. Okay, so that's another notation we could see with matrices. All right, again, the first number tells you look at this row, and again, rows go across, columns go up and down. Okay, so give me the number that's in row 4, column 3. What's there? That's what that would be equal to, 4, 3. Okay, all right. A square matrix. All right, we consider a matrix as a square matrix if it has an equal number of rows and columns. Okay, so let's just jump right into this thing here now. All right, first part, I have this matrix here. Okay, it's got 2 rows and 3 columns. Now they're asking for what is the order. Okay, the order is how many rows and columns it has. So we're going to name it rows by columns. That's how you name a matrix, the order of it, rows by column. So we can say this matrix is a 2 because it's got 2 rows by 3 matrix because it has 3 columns. Okay, so 2 by 3. All right, and get used to that because that's how I'm going to talk now. You know, a 2 by 2. A 2 by 3, a 3 by 2. All right. The first number we always say is the number of rows that it has. Second number is the number of columns. Okay, moving on. So now it wants us to take this matrix in number 1, and what is A2, 3 equal to? So if you remember up above, first number is the row, second number is the column. So everyone take a look at that matrix up near number 1. What number is in the second row, third column? Second row, third column, that is negative 1/5. All right, one more. How about 1, 2? What value is in row 1, column 2? Everyone take a look. Row 1, column 2, that is a 2. Okay, so just get that first number you hear is always the row, second number always the column. All right, when are 2 matrices equal? All right, 2 matrices are equal if they have the same order. Okay, so you see here, this one right here is a 2 by 2 matrix, and this one right here is a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, we're setting them equal, which means whatever's in their corresponding spots are equal. All right, so for instance, x is equal to, well, what's in its corresponding spot in the other 2 by 2 matrix? That's a 4. Okay, z, what's in its spot? A 3. We're just matching them up. Okay, and then now you just got to do a little quick algebra here. 2y is equal to 12. So y should be equal to 6 here. Okay, so when I set them equal to each other, I know they have to have the same order. Both of these are 2 by 2, and I just match up the corresponding values. All right, now let's get serious here. Let's start adding these up. Okay, How can I add or subtract? Well, first of all, they have to have the same order. Okay, so let's just practice naming a matrix right now. So this first matrix right here, 2 rows by 3 columns. This one, let's see, 2 rows, 3 columns. So you can add them because they have the same order. And all I'm going to do is add the values in the corresponding spots. So 0 plus -2. And I'm going to go across here in the row. 5 plus 3, 3 plus 5, -2 plus 7, 6 plus -9, and -8 plus 6. There it is. Okay, again, I can only add or subtract if they have the same order. So go down below. Can you name this matrix using the order? This is a 2 by 2, 2 by 2. All right, we can add or subtract them. In this case, subtract them. Now, you just got to be careful because when you get those double negatives, as you guys know, that's equal to a positive. So -6 minus a -5 is actually -6 plus 5. So -1 right there. 7 minus 6, 2 minus 0, -3 minus a -4. So that becomes +4, and I have a 1 there. Okay? All right. How do I multiply? All right, I can multiply any matrix I want. I just multiply everything in the matrix by whatever they're asking me to here. In this case, by a 4. Okay, and now I can actually write this. Hey, now I'm going to write 4a now is equal to, write my new values in there. So multiply everything in that matrix by 4. So I have 8, 20, -12, 0. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do it. All right, this next example here, we get a part A and a part B. So part A says, hey, can you do -5 times matrix B? You bet. So multiply everything by -5. Go ahead, you get -10, -25, +15, and +30. All right, now we start combining some stuff. Now we got to start taking our time. Now in part B, it's saying, all right, take matrix A and multiply it by 2. Take matrix B, multiply it by 3, and add those bad boys together. Okay, so do your multiplication. It's just like order of operations. Multiplication comes before addition. So take matrix A and multiply it by 2. So you are going to have -2, 6, 8, 0. Take matrix B, multiply it by 3. You are going to have 6, -9, 15, and -18. After you're done with your multiplication, add them up. Okay, add them up. -2 plus 6, 8 plus -9, 6 plus 15, and 0 plus -18. So there is our ending value. Okay? All right, finally, we can do equations here. Okay, so for number 5, they're asking us to solve for x. So just so you know what we're about to do, what I'm asking you here, it's saying 2 times what matrix, what number should go in there, plus matrix A will give me matrix B. So we have to come up with a 2 by 2 matrix here, figure out what these values, these aren't zeros, just circles there, fill in the blanks, what needs to go in there. Okay, so we're creating a whole new matrix there. Okay, easiest way I can show you guys to do it is go back to the equation they gave you, 2x plus A equals B, and solve for x. Okay, solve for x. So get everything over to one side except for the x. So you would subtract A. So 2x equals B minus A. And then you would divide everything by 2. So what I'm asking here is matrix X is going to be equal to, now I'm not a big fan of dividing by 2 because we haven't done any dividing yet. We've just multiplied. So instead of dividing by 2, it's the same as multiplying by, you got it, a half. So matrix X is going to be a half times matrix B minus A. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do right there. Take matrix B minus A and multiply it by a half. Okay? So let's get rid of this so I have room to work. And again, don't try to distribute the 1/2. Do the parentheses first. So I'm going to do matrix B minus matrix A. Come on, there we go. All right, so here we go, kids. So let's do B. I always just like to label them here. -6,591 minus A. Watch out for the double negatives. 1, 0, -5, and 2. Okay, here you go. So I'm going to have -7, 10, because that becomes a +5, 9, and -1. All right, now I need to take that, and matrix X is going to be 1/2 times that matrix B minus A. And you are going to see you're going to get some decimals. It's fine. You can leave them as a fraction, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so it's -3.5, 4.5, and again, you can leave them as fractions. Feel free. 5 and -0.5. So there is matrix X. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you guys do some work on your own here for this next one. I'll get you started, and then I'll write the final answer down. You'll see here we got to solve for matrix X again. All right, and now I have 4A plus 3B equals -2X. Got to get X by itself. So I'm going to divide everything by -2. All right, so X is going to be equal to, again, I'm not a big fan of dividing. You can if you want, but I like multiplying. So -1/2 times 4 times matrix A plus 3 times matrix B. Okay, so what you guys are going to have to do for me here, and you can pause the video while you work on it, because I'm just going to write the answer down. I'm not going to write any in-between steps, is okay, 4A, get that down. All right, get that matrix down, add that to 3B, get that matrix down to get your new one, and then take that matrix and multiply it by -1/2. All right, I'm just going to write the final matrix in. All right, you guys can, my best piece of advice, stop the video right now, because I'm about to write matrix X in, play it again, hit the play button, and then see if we got the same answers. If not, bring it to the Google Meet, all right, and we'll discuss it. All right, so try this on your own right now, because I'm going to write down the final answer now. Okay, so hopefully you got those solutions. And then you guys have your assignment, which is due on Friday. Deposit it into your shared folder. Thanks a lot, guys.